In the future, trade and investment is what is going to heal the wounds of the war on terror. It is going to help the United States keep a good diplomatic relationship with Pakistan. My future presentation project is on the U.S. Pakistan relationship and that there's hope going forward. And I chose this because our relationship matters. It matters to the U.S. to fight terrorism, and it matters to Pakistan for financial military aid. Since the 1947 partition, the U.S. has had a diplomatic relationship with Pakistan. This was to help counterterrorism, energy, trade, and investment. In fact, in 1953, the United States offered economic and military assistance in return for Pakistan's agreement to join an alliance designed to check the spread of communism. Pakistan worked significantly for being a shelter to the Afghan refugees and source of aid in the Afghan fight to support its military and economy. The America provided funds to Pakistan worth $7.4 billion in the start of 1982. So it seems that we've had a good ally in the Middle East with the spread of communism, and since 9/11, the war on terror. However, in the past 10 years or so, the relationship has taken a downturn. In the assessment of the former U.S. government official, he said, Pakistan is the most dangerous country in the world today. All of the nightmares of the 21st century come together in Pakistan. Nuclear proliferation, drug smuggling, military dictatorship, and above all, international terrorism. And so during the war on terror and the time that we've had in Pakistan, we've given a lot of money and to help Pakistan and their military for them, so the Taliban wasn't taking over but during that time, the U.S. has felt that Pakistan was playing both sides, and while they were taking money from the U.S., we have felt that they are arguably giving a safe haven for terrorist groups. In the beginning of 2018 of this year, Trump tweeted, "The United States has foolishly given Pakistan more than $33 billion in aid over the last 15 years, and they have given us nothing but lies and deceit, thinking of our leaders as fools. They give safe haven to the terrorists we hunt in Afghanistan with little help, no more." So this, of course, offended the leaders in Pakistan. And China quickly stepped in to defend Pakistan, and they said, and this was a Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman, Zhang Shuang, he said, Pakistan has made outstanding contribution to the global cause of counterterrorism. The international community should acknowledge that. China and Pakistan are all-weather partners. So, as we have been frustrated with Pakistan and backing off military aid to them, they have been cozying up and making better friends with China and Russia, which is a little alarming to the U.S., doesn't make us super secure and happy. So we've learned that China has given lots of money for the Gwadar port and for the highway that was being built, but China's also promised $62 billion for infrastructure development in Pakistan. However, they're not, this money isn't free. This will require Pakistan's commitment to not only China's economic and commercial interests, but it's also for political and security considerations as well. And also, in April of this year, of 2018, Russia and Pakistan entered into a historic agreement allowing basically military training in Russia. And this just happened days ahead of when we decided to cancel our training and aid for Pakistan's military. Even though we feel Pakistan may be distancing themselves from us and as we have from them militarily, which it may be good, may not be good. Economically, our relationship has been better than ever. So I do believe that because of that, making friends with war and paying them to help paying your friends doesn't always last. But however, establishing good trade, I think, will help rebuild that trust on both sides, with us and with Pakistan. And just to go into that, our trade has been up nearly 20%, reaching $6.4 billion. We are one of Pakistan's largest exports, while China is Pakistan's largest import. The European Union is Pakistan's largest export market. But overall, the trade has really increased. So Pakistan was the United States' 53rd largest goods export market. And so some of the things, the top categories of the exports were miscellaneous grains, seeds, fruit, soybeans, dairy products, machinery, cotton, iron, steel, and railway vehicle equipment. The imports, Pakistan was the United States' 55th largest supplier of goods imported. And the top categories were textile articles, knit apparel, woven apparel, leather products, and cotton. And the U.S. total imports of agriculture products totaled $110 million last year. And this included sugars, sweeteners, rice, spices, snack foods, processed fruit, and vegetables, which I found is very interesting. And so even though we haven't just done trade, the United States have made major contributions to Pakistan as well. In fact, we've helped 38 million Pakistanis by helping adding 3,200 megawatts to their electricity, making upgrades, rehabilitation, policy consultation. We have led the launch for Pakistan's private investment initiative, and this provided seed funding for enterprises in Pakistan. We have also built or reconstructed 1,400 schools, and we funded nearly 2,000 kilometers of road in the tribal areas, which is huge. So I think the more good that Pakistanis see that we can do for them will go a lot further in our relationship, and I think they will trust that it is in the United States' best interest to build the country up economically, and that is what I think will really help terrorism and extremism. So today, this is what we want. We want really what is best for Pakistan, and hopefully Pakistan will see that and understand that that it is, even though we have our concerns such as obviously human rights, democratization, the global terrorism, Afghan stability, there's a lot of concerns that we have to consider. But Pakistan is still vital to the U.S. as an ally for the anti-terrorism effort, just because of where it's situated in the Middle East. But I still think that we can continue a peaceful relationship with them. Things are, like I mentioned in the slides before, things are looking up for trade and investments. And I think the influence we have with capitalism, self-reliance, and education will help lift the people in Pakistan little by little. And with regards with the war on terror, I do believe that Pakistan will soon find out that they will need our aid eventually, and hopefully trust that we can help be there and we can help each other in that way. And this is my bibliography and the sources of my pictures, and I hope you enjoyed my future project presentation. Thank you.